So, in an organization like Siemens, it is very useful for consistent growth that you are cross functional and a person which can manage the flexibility of his professional learning is poised to grow very high. So, as a controller, you are responsible to take decision then and there, and you end up deciding on aspects with the available factual information. And as an auditor, you look at the processes and controls. So they are very diverse roles from each other. And what you find as an auditor is it sounds like doing a postmortem, but really, if you are an agile auditor, then you are not looking at what happened in the past, but you're reviewing the current situation, the current control environment, and you try to find what is best for the organization in the current environment in terms of controls. And many a times, as a auditor, you end up even changing or implementing new controls or bringing in new processes in place which will fit into the current environment of this. So you don't need to restrict yourself to be an auditor who's doing the post-mortem of activities which has happened. Yeah, yes, it is a lot of work because it changes the whole landscape. So when in Siemens we implemented the ERP for our company, for over 18 months people struggled, and now people have forgotten about it because it is yielding its results, and it's more than a decade or so that we are using the new ERP. So yes, I will not deny that there is a lot of effort, lot of pain which goes through when you are implementing an ERP. But once it is implemented, it delivers its results and it delivers its flexibility, and it really adds value to the business. That's how I. So I think in implementation of a ERP, you will never fail. That's my belief. It is only a fact how uh, open and flexible you are in the design of the ERP to accommodate the change requests. So, how can you fail in implementation of a software? Because a software implementation is nothing but what a hardware, a person, a man needs to be there. So, if the software implementer is flexible to include the proposed changes, then it's fine. So, it will never fail.
So it will be more about people accepting the software rather than software
That's right.
in the industry.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Software will do what you ask them to do.
Sure.
Yeah. So. So when I took over the function, logistics was one of the major commodity which we were buying, and we buy about 200 crores worth of logistics in a year in Siemens in India, only in India. And you rightly said that the whole sector is unorganized, and it is a challenge to ensure that you get the right product at the right price. So I made it a point that I will move away from the unorganized sector, and I will choose by conscious the organized sector. And we moved from giving ad hoc orders to doing frame contracts. And what I did was that I asked my team to map the country and convert our prices into per kilometer rate. We faced a challenge that actual kilometers would be different as compared to the normal Google kilometers. So we said, okay, let's build in a flexibility and allow this to vendor to charge more based on his production of an evidence that he has run more. And we found that the flexibility will be plus minus 5%. So with that, we moved from unorganized sector to an organized sector, and now we have less than half a dozen vendors who are also consolidators. So you have moved up the value chain. You pay higher cost in the beginning, but you end up getting better service. And your internal cost of managing that service vendor gets optimized. So it's a cost benefit which one has to do. So I was responsible for the Indian subcontinent, and there we have managed to achieve this. We are slowly implementing the similar changes in other parts of the world. Europe and US is already in a very advanced stage, and they already have high-end vendors. But it is only in the Asian region that you have this challenge. So slowly we are moving up there, and we will improve that as well. I'm confident. Well, very good question, I would say, and I come from background of being a chartered accountant, and for me, value-based conduct, ethical conduct of a officer is most critical. And in the operations, you must ensure that you are conducting yourself in a clean manner. You must define for yourself and continuously keep checking yourself. Where would you cross the line of need to the greed? If you keep an eye on your conscience, you will be successful. So I think your question is good, and I am happy to share with you that I am very satisfied. The way you've conducted the whole thing, way you've managed the logistics of people is really good. I was also surprised how I was reached out, but Nidarshana clarified to me that she reached out through LinkedIn and got me there. And I think this effort by your team is commendable. Yeah, I think this is really very good. Yeah,
Thank you,
well
sir.
job done.
Thank you
Well
for
job
your time.
done.